Ohio State played Rutgers earlier tonight, and the Buckeyes won 76-72. Ohio State, they got themselves out to a pretty good lead. I think it was around 15 points. I don't remember exactly what the lead was, but they did kind of what they did against Penn State about a month ago, and they started to let it up. I am disgusted that they allowed Rutgers to score over 70 points. Rutgers is probably the worst offensive team in the Big Ten, well, the worst I've seen in the Big Ten, and to allow them to score 70 points, I was having, memories of when they were letting UCLA score a bunch of points, even though UCLA is not that great of an offensive team. So, I think Chris Holtman's kind of getting himself into a bit of a situation here that he's gotten himself into where he loves his offense and he has good offensive players. Bruce Thornton is very good. Roddy Gayle is very good. Jamison Battle went crazy with the 3-pointers. I think he hit like his first 4 or something like that. I don't have the exact stats on it, but they had a very good offensive performance. But what it comes down to is, can the Buckeyes play defense? They were able to there for a while, but 10 minutes left in the game. Rutgers went on their runs and they were able to score points at a high enough clip. Now, thankfully, the Buckeyes were able to get some offense to keep helping them pull away. But if we're going to see this Ohio State team do anything in the Big Ten and in the national tournament, we're going to have to see some defense. And unfortunately, this game was just not one that showcased that. Sonny, did you have any thoughts on the Ohio State win over Rutgers tonight?
Just that this 12-2 start could ultimately be the undoing of the Chris Holtman era, because the few Ohio State fans I am friends with, my wife went to Ohio State. Their expectations are slowly getting higher and higher and higher. Whereas coming into the season, the expectations really weren't there. So if they kind of fizzle out, halfway through the year or at the end of the year, Chris Holtman might be, writing his resignation notice or firing notice, the way the season goes.
Tricky's mouth is watering at the thought of firing.
I can smell it. Brian Payne's going to get it too.
What do you think, Tricky? Is Chris Holtman's job safe? Do you think he's doing a good job this season? Do you think this game was any good? What do you think?
Well, I certainly echo Sonny's sentiments that they don't play defense at all. I really thought that is it Omoruyi? Am I pronouncing Clifford, the center for Rutgers?
Yeah, Omoruyi, I think.
Morier, yeah, there we are. We're big on pronunciation here at the Turtleheads. But Amoria, yes. No, I had him pegged as the top center in the Big Ten this year. I really expected big things out of him, not offensively, but I thought he would be certainly up for Defensive Player of the Year in the conference. And he was third in rebounding for them against a team that doesn't really fight hard on the glass in Ohio State. So, and it was their guards that, and Fernandez is okay, and Simpson's an okay guard, but nobody had them in their top 10 for Big Ten players this year. And for them to combine for about 40 points or so, that is an indictment on Ohio State and their lack of defense in my mind. But we shall see. I don't know what the rest of your schedule looks like, JR. But another team that normally doesn't really do much when they do get to the NCAA tournament. Kevin Willard in his first year took us to the Sweet 16. I'm not expecting that out of most other universities, but now I think the jury's out on Ohio State. I think they look good record wise, much like West-El, but I think the season will catch up with them, and if they don't start playing some defense in Ohio State's case.
Yeah, it'll be a good matchup at Indiana on Saturday. What's that, in the evening at 8:00? So you definitely got to play defense when you go against Indiana. So what'd you say, Tricky?
So they can certainly score the basketball, Indiana. That will be a true test, and hopefully you don't go on a slide like Rutgers has. Again, a team I thought would look better than they have so far, but they need to stop the slide fast, or maybe I'll take a trip up there and whack their head coach.
Yep, I've been preaching it the entire time. Is just don't get into that January slumps that Chris Holtmann seems to have. So, Gabriel, your thoughts on Ohio State's win over Rutgers?
Yeah, we're in the beginning of the Big Ten, run of play, and we're about to see who's for real and whose resume is kind of lying to us right now. And for this Ohio State team to have that lead and then have Rutgers damn near come out and win this again, a good team, just like hopefully my Huskers are able to do with the halftime lead, shameless plug, but a good team, once you have that lead, you kill the game off. You keep control of it. And you get it to the point where, we see the bench cleared. And just the fact that against, just like what Tricky said, that this Rutgers roster was able to make it a game at the end, I think right now I would put Ohio more on the pretender side than this is a true Big Ten contender.
I can't say I disagree. Like I said, I need to see the defense in order to believe that, and I need to see the defense late in games in order to believe that they're going to be something special. Many people are projecting them in the top 4, get that two game bye in the Big Ten tournament, but I'm a little skeptical of that because I got to see the defense and I got to see them close out games. So. Listen to the Big Ten Huddle. Please do like and subscribe. We appreciate that. If this was your first time listening, we are the Big Ten Huddle. We cover all things Big Ten football and basketball. We have a long episode every Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, all at 9 o'clock. So come in, check us out, get in the chat, let us know what you're thinking. We would love to have you join us and learn more about the Big Ten.